Inte att det var du som slog snett.
Hur mår du?
Det är bra, är du själv?
Alex, det bara prasslar.
Var det du som sköt i träden?
Tyvärr, det måste jag den här gången. Hur mår ni? Det var fan.
Det lät. Ja, vi tänkte ta bussen ut hit till Ullna. Vi missade.
Vi var lite sena, men vi hittade en rätt bra buss.
Nu tar vi den här bussen.
Jag gillar inte att åka kommunalt, men den här bussen kan jag fan tänka mig att åka en sväng i.
Och vi ska glida in nu.
Vi glider in och kika vad de har.
Kika lite vad...
Det är synd att man inte tog med stora ryggsäckar så man bara kunde fylla grejer.
Bara tour only.
Tour only. Jag vill ju bara se Velocor-lådan här.
Här har vi boysen.
Dennis.
Ja. Tja.
Tja. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Hi. Man.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This is heaven.
This is heaven. Här har ni Molles hylla. Här är Tigers hylla. Morikawa där. Och ryktet säger att Kurt ska avgå och bytas ut mot Molle här. Det är så sjukt.
Jaha. Men som en liten pojke i en godisaffär. Var det nu vi skulle få ta vad vi ville? Vad hade vi en kvart på oss? Ta vad vi ville. Where's my name? I can't see it.
Yeah, you're
I'm probably the biggest signing this year. So how often do they change the hats?
Every week.
Every week?
So we give them three hats, 4 gloves, 3 dozen balls every week. So yeah, every tournament. I mean, some guys like a little bit more, some guys a little bit less. But yeah, typically we would put 3 hats. So our kind of store area.
Okay.
We top up the hats from in there, balls, any like custom number balls. So these are all the like where they've got their own special number or something like that.
I guess some people like, this is my lucky hat, I won't change the hat.
Yeah.
Can I just wear the
TP5X.
Their own.
Who got 69?
Guido Migliozzi, Italian guy.
Italian guy.
Yeah.
Stallion.
Yeah, Italian.
Sexy stallion, 69.
So yeah, these are all the like the custom number, custom logo balls.
Okay.
And then in there we just keep all our regular balls. And then our gloves in there. So every week we'll just kind of find out who's playing. We get an entry list, find out who's playing.
Okay.
Top up all their balls and gloves. Caddies, all the players will come by. They'll just grab a bag, take their stuff. You know, if they need a towel, they just help themselves. Tucked in the corners there. Okay. So you don't, not needing too many beanie hats this time of year, but
Normally. You know, we're in Sweden.
Yeah.
The last couple of years it's been pretty bad weather, so
Yeah.
hopefully we can skip the umbrellas and the hats.
Umbrellas, yeah. We have to be prepared for all those. So yeah, we have rain hoods and everything really. So you have to be covered for everything because you get that 1 week where it's rained.
Yeah.
Every player comes up. I need an umbrella. And we're like, we gave you one 4 weeks ago. Yeah, I left that. So yeah.
Sounds like me. And what is this?
So these will just be shafts that we've tested with players.
Okay.
That just get returned.
Okay.
So we leave them there because sometimes they're good for testing with another player. So,
Okay.
so yeah,
It's a lot of Ventus. I have a fetish for Ventus.
You do.
Yeah. It's
you
an
come to the right-
expensive fetish.
Come to the right place.
But tell us, why is everyone using Ventus?
Well, it's a good product, obviously, it feels good, but it's very much driven by what the top guys are playing. So you tend to find, whatever Rory's playing or Tiger's playing, that has a trickle-down effect, because even the guys out here, they'll come to us and say, hey, what's that new shaft that Rory's put in? Can I test it? Like, if he's playing it, it must be good.
Because I've never seen so many players, even on European Tour, PGA Tour, everyone is using Ventus.
A few years, like maybe 4 years ago, it was the Mitsubishi Tensei shaft. I mean, everyone liked the feel of that. Loads of guys were playing that. I mean, Tiger played it, that Tensei orange. I think Rory played it. Yeah, Rory's played it as well. Loads of the top guys played that, and again, that had the trickle-down effect. And then what you're seeing in Ventus, that was Mitsubishi Tensei just 3 or 4 years ago, and that lasted for a few seasons, right up until Ventus, to be honest.
So you have a provision on everything you sell on Ventus? You say like, Rory, you should play this shaft. He starts playing it and everyone else.
Well, the Fujikura rep, so we get the shaft reps come out, and the Fujikura rep just had a smile from here to here when Rory was playing the Fuji, so because he knows what that does for sales and just the profile of the shaft. Because you know, it's just everywhere out there on tour now. But it has to be a good product. You know, the players have to like, you know, because they'll test it, and if it's not good, you know, they'll hand it right back. So, you know, they're very much the ones that lead it. There's so many good shafts and good products out there.
That's a feel thing.
The feel has to be
Look
right.
of it.
Yeah, because there's a lot of shafts out there, I think, that perform good, but you know, they're maybe a bit more unique in terms of the feel. So this guy likes it, this guy hates it. You know, so whereas that, it seems like everyone likes the feel of it. And with that easy to follow, you know, red, blue, black profile, it's kind of, it almost fits everyone.
Tell me, who has the most custom built set, or like the weirdest? Do you have one?
Yeah, I mean, he's on the PGA Tour now, but he spent 3 or 4 years on this truck. Lucas Herbert, the Australian guy, he's actually a winner on the PGA Tour now, but he has a severely ground sand wedge, lob wedge. He's always kind of played the same since he comes to us. He knows what he likes, so he's like, this is what I want, you know, you get on the grinding wheel, a little bit more, a little bit more. Pretty much a 0 degree bounce on his wedge. I mean, you put this thing on the ground and it sits so tight to the ground. You know, there's no way, even most guys out here wouldn't be able to play his wedge, let alone an amateur. And he also doesn't play a 5-iron, which is very unusual. So just the way his distance gapping works and how he's figured out his 14 clubs, he needed to leave a club out, and he left the 5-iron out. So he's just spaced his irons.
That's pretty weird.
Why not?
Very weird, yeah.
Why not?
It's unusual, but it works for him.
Do you have like tour-only heads here? Only because a couple of years ago they were popular with tour only.
Yeah.
But now it seems like all the tour trucks and everyone on tour plays heads that people can buy.
Very much so, yeah. You're dead right. We used to play, you know, there used to be smaller tour-only heads. I mean, there is talk of them coming back. We are talking about potentially a tour-only head, or, you know, and where that would fit, like what we're missing maybe for some of the better players out here. But for the last few years, it's really the same heads out of the same machines and the same warehouses that you would buy.
But you do have like the hot mount port.
Shall I show you?
Yeah, show us.
So obviously these are the Stealth Plus fairway woods and Stealth Plus drivers. So you can obviously see the labels. The first thing you notice about our heads is the retail heads will just come with their SKU code and barcode on, and we get this extra little bit of information. So like you say, yeah, we get extra weight adjustments. So with these you don't really need the hot melt port, because you've got an access point here for the hot melt and through here as well. For the fairway woods, yeah, like you say, we'll have the hot melt port in the toe there.
There's a nice acoustic when you have the hot melt in.
Yeah, we still use the hot melt a lot. The guys just seem to prefer that deeper sound. It's mainly used for sounds, because it just makes the sound a little bit almost deeper and kind of more powerful in a way. A bit more of a thud sound. But obviously we use it to really fine tune the center of gravity as well. So we'll, you know, if we can get the weight as far out to the heel as we like, or toe, and wherever we need. So if this guy just needs that extra little bit, okay, we know he's going to like it for the sound, but where would I best utilize this hot melt to kind of help this guy's ball flight? And then we'll record that. So every player, this guy's got 2 grams of hot melt in the back heel. This guy's got 10 grams of hot melt in the forward heel, you know, whatever. But yeah, the labels here, so you can see it's got the lie, the loft, the face angle. So they're the 3 kind of details that we'll look at a little bit more closely. Obviously the weight it has on there as well, which is a bit irrelevant, because, you know, we've got all these SKUs of weights here, you know, for irons, for metal woods. You know, one of the extra kind of cool additions to our tour, I guess, is we get so many little weight options, so we can really, you know, this guy is very, very popular, so we'll use this a lot. You know, and really yesterday it was like I was trying to get a head to 3-wood head to 207.2 grams. So I have to get it exact.
That's specific.
Yeah, very specific.
You're a Spanish guy.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, so the weight doesn't really matter for us on here, but certainly when I'm looking for a head, I'm going to cherry pick the best one in terms of the exact line, the exact loft, the exact face angle. So does this guy want to see it more open, or you know, do I need to, if I'm going to kind of open the head, but I don't want it to, you know, I need to lower the loft, but I don't want to open the face too much, then I'm going to pick a head that's maybe a bit more closed to start with. And you just think about little things like this, and you know, what's going to help this guy? A slightly more upright head or a slightly flatter?
So easy to be pro. You can have like everything adjusted for you. Autopilot.
Yeah, but you know, you work with these guys. They're golfer proof draws.
For people like me.
Yeah. So you know, if I'm working with these guys, though, you know, the best in the world, if I give, you know, Rory McIlroy an 8.9 degree head, and then I just pick out another 8 head and it's 8.4, he's going to notice the difference straight away within 2 or 3 shots.
Okay.
Som Molle.
So, you know, whereas the average golfer, really, the where they hit it across the face is never going to notice half a degree of difference. But
we use all the face.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But
it's stupid only to wear it down in the middle.
Yeah. So when we give a guy a head, you know, we'll record this information. So this head is in his bag and in play. It's a 58.5 and an 8.9 degree head. So then I know, you know, if I need to replace that head or I'm going to work on something different, you know, oh, this head's spinning a little too much. Well, I know then the next head I'm going to pick is an 8.6 or an 8.5, something like that. Okay. So yeah, so they're just it's the same head. Same head that, you know, that you buy in the shops. We just know more details. It's obviously tour tested. Every single head is tour tested to make sure it's conforming. And that's why we get these little readings here. Okay. But we just work with the kind of slightly more minute details that I guess you don't get. But that's what you need for the
Is
tour.
there a player like on Friday having one driver and then coming on Saturday it's like we need to build another one?
Well, so we obviously...
You're not here on Saturday.
Yeah, we're only here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay.
So the guys, they all know that. They all kind of prepare for it. I mean, if we were here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we would just be encouraging someone's had a crappy day. You know, they would be coming up the steps like, I need to change this, or can you come to the range and do this? So we're just like, no, we're not going there for 1 or 2 guys that want to, you know, miss the cut. So, you know, the tour truck obviously has to get to the next venue, so that sets off. We go home, we catch up on our work, we write our reports and everything like that, and we prepare for the next week. Usually the players will be texting us like, I'm going to arrive, you know, 12 o'clock Monday. Can we get some time in on Monday afternoon? Okay. And then we'll kind of get...
Do you need to reserve a time, or can you just like pop up here and it's like, come on, build me a driver?
Well, there's...
Need it in 5?
There's usually 3 of us that work here, so we'll normally have our own schedules and the players that we've been talking to. So when we get Monday, we've got a little whiteboard up there. We'll normally write on, okay, I'm going to see this player at this time, I'm going to see this player at this time, this player needs a new putter, this player needs a new full bag of re-grips, you know, whatever it might do. So we sort of have our roughly a schedule for the week with the players that have reached out to us, and then obviously whatever comes up, whatever needs doing on the week.
How many people changed to the tier blue after Rory switched from black to tier blue? A lot of people, I guess.
Quite a lot, yeah.
Black is done. We need to go blue now.
No, like I say, it certainly encourages a lot of testing. So people come along and they're like,
they're curious, like
they're curious.
If it works for Rory,
it was the same. For me. You know, it was the same when Bryson, when he went long with the driver shaft, and he was just trying to bomb it everywhere. I mean, every guy that was coming on the truck was like, can I try like...
Can I have a Bryson shaft?
Yeah, can I get a long driver shaft? And you know, we were seeing on the range 3, 4, 5 miles increases in ball speed. But within 1 or 2 weeks, they all bring in the back. Like, I'm driving it everywhere. So,
but that's the funny thing with golfers. Like they always trying to improve. Like, I want to try it.
Is this Tiger Woods shaft?
Yeah.
It is his actual. So if this is.
Oh, I need to touch them.
So yeah, we obviously share.
But he's using Tour Issue X100.
Yeah.
Isn't it tipped?
Soft step.
Tipped as well.
I would have to check our database because I don't build too many clubs for him. I mean, we built some. Yeah, he wanted to do some 3-iron testing at the JP McManus Pro-Am Day, and we had our truck there last year. So his agent called ahead and was like, "You need to prepare some 3-irons for Tiger. He wants to test before he goes out to play." So we were like, "Okay, yeah." So we have to put up his specs. So we share like a database file of specs for all of our players globally. So with this, I mean, obviously it's.
You have my specs?
They have your 6-iron.
Here it is. I'm looking for it.
So we would look at, you know, at the start of the year, we would just, you know, see what every spec is in every player's bag, and we would fill these up, just so you never know. Like, you never know if Tiger's in Ireland and they say, oh, he needs some new wedges. Like we can get them out to him. We have his shafts here, or he needs a new driver. Right? Okay, we have his.
Do you have some naughty like prototypes? Naughty stuff.
It's not hard to play golf if it says prototype on the shaft. What?
That makes everything easier.
Yes.
Garcia.
Yeah.
You've been trying to hide the Spanish guy. Garcia's great.
Yeah, of course. Bring back
Diamana flower.
the flower.
Flowers. Yeah, I started off with the blue flower.
Yeah.
Diamana blue.
This is a golf shaft.
I think like Justin Thomas plays this one. GT.
You guys look like you could spend all day at the shaft rack.
Yeah, of course. I'm trying to convince my wife that we're gonna have this in the kitchen at home.
But yeah, I mean, when this is full, the start of the year, with the iron shafts as well, we've got about 3,000 shafts.
Oh my god.
Who plays like the stiffest? Is it Rory with 7.0?
Yeah, I mean, that X7 is pretty strong. There's a couple of guys.
Oh,
Then the X7.
people is using the X7.
Say
couple of guys,
Kurtansk.
Yeah. I mean, Jason Day uses them. There's a guy out here, Sean Crocker uses them. I think Sam Horsfield, I think he's using them. So there's a few guys using it, yeah. But these shafts, obviously, they're supplied to us.
Yeah.
So the cool thing, the grips and the shafts, they're all supplied to us by the brands.
Yeah.
So it's a little. We have to carry a lot of shafts here because the shaft reps might only come out 2 or 3 times a year.
Okay.
Whereas on the PGA Tour, they're at every event.
Okay.
So we carry a ton of shafts because the truck might be on the road for 6, 7, 8 weeks at a time. So we load it up with loads, so we've got everything we need. And then, if we're missing something, we tend to share between the trailers here anyway.
Okay.
So if there's a gap or something we run out of, you've always got the other guys to call on as well. So it's fairly friendly out here.
There's no
amongst the
OEM
brands.
shaft.
These drawers we say, so these are all a bit like we have the shafts up there. So these are some of our players' grips. We just like to make sure we've always got a grip on there for every player, a bit low, and some of the kind of more superstar players, you make it to the top drawer, then you're doing pretty well.
This is Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
This is Herbert, yeah.
Yeah.
He plays this kangaroo.
Kangaroo leather, yeah.
Feel this. So thick.
Yeah. It's actually they've become more and more popular, these things.
Do they?
Yeah. I can't stand them, but
No one is using mid-size.
not many, no.
They play standard and they build it up with like layers.
Yeah, quite common to be 2 or 3 layers, but
2 or 3 layers.
not many in mid.
So 4 layers, is that like
No.
mid-size?
No.
5,
More.
I think.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
5 is mid-size. Yeah, putter, oversized putter
okay,
grip.
okay.
So long or fat grips. So,
Det där är
Mega Gyps!
Hi, my name is
Sounds-
Gips.
Oh, fuck. How do you...
I've
No,
got no idea.
it's not like
I
that.
think it's that way. Isn't it?
No. It's like that.
Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's called no.
I'm blind.
It's called tooth down. It's like you're holding it like that. I used to play this,
Yeah.
but
The smaller one.
Yeah.
When you had the Gyps.
no. You just put it like this,
So there's a few of
mitt i
these.
handen. Och sen så håller du så. Och sen så för du så.
Yeah, they. So we carry, again, the grips get given to us by the brand, so we push a few of these ones. This is a new one on this year, the P2 grips.
I actually tried this one.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty good.
yeah, I think so too. But yeah, so sometimes the guys are looking for something and they'll come on and be like, I need a new putter, or sometimes it might be I just need to try a new grip. So they'll go through the drawer and kind of feel something that they might like the feel of or like to change to. So yeah, we're kind of prepared for everything. Cool. Right, let me show you the kind of wedge drawers and that here as well. So this is obviously you saw the metal wood drawers. These MG3 and so these are our wedge drawers as well. So again, this would have been stocked up.
Is this like the regular you buy in shop, or is this something special with them?
No, there isn't. I mean, we offer more bounce options out here.
Bounce options. Then you do like custom grinds. Like,
So we do custom grinds on the wheel over there.
Okay.
But yeah, so we have a couple more bounce options that you wouldn't have at retail. But again, same head.
Same head.
But yeah, this would have been pretty stocked up at the start of the year.
Maybe you have.
Some of the different bounce
I think
options
you
out of that.
can't buy the raw heads.
No, you can't. These aren't raw anyway.
Okay.
Just raw faces.
Raw face, yeah.
Yeah. I think Rory actually has the raw heads.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of players.
He's the only one. So unless you're Rory, I don't think. Unless you're Rory or Colin or something. So yeah, high toes.
High toes, yeah.
So yeah, we're pretty and then irons down the bottom. So again, the truck's been on the road now for maybe 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So these would have been stacked up first week of the year. So next time we'll go back for the British Masters. So we'll go back to our headquarters and stock everything up, all the gaps. You know, these would have been pretty well full 4 or 5 weeks ago. So you can see kind of how much we use on a week-to-week basis. And then, you know, these are some of the bigger irons, which we're not really going to use, 790s. And you know, sometimes we have to do a set for someone.
Is there a difference now when you have like a mixed competition, like girls and boys? Because they play
mainly with the shafts,
assume,
to be
like,
honest.
some girls maybe play 790.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of our girls playing this week, and they're playing 790s and 770s.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do they have like a graphite shafts as well?
So
irons?
To be honest, we tend to put them on just for this week.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll look at which girls we've got in the field.
Yeah.
Which shafts they play, and then I tend to put them on just for the week, just so we're covered for them.
Yeah.
So, you know, this set here is the set for one of our ladies. So you can see the Nippon 950 stiffs. They're a pretty common shaft at retail.
Super light.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's like one of Roy's shafts.
And then you can see these guys here, the green stickers.
Yeah.
These are all the like softer flex shafts.
Okay.
So these are, everyone up here is going to be like X flex.
Okay. Yeah.
And we might change the, the tipping a little bit, just to change the CPMs or the feel to the player. But if we need something softer or for the ladies maybe, then we use those guys there.
I have a suggestion. We'll take a head, like a 60-degree head.
Yeah.
And we let Molle here stamp it with Klubbans Fel.
You see, I've done pretty good work.
And we will have a giveaway. And people can get your wedge.
You can have my handmade.
With your handmade Klubbans Fel wedge.
Is
From the
he
tour
going to build the wedge as well?
It's going to take the whole day.
I don't think
No, you have better things to do. But let's take a head and start stamping, and we will have a giveaway.
Okay, you go for it. Pick a head.
But Molle, if someone is coming and they need help, you have to move.
Where's the 60?
What do you want? High toe?
No. Take a normal MG3 chrome.
Like a 60.
A 60.
Yeah.
60 standard bounce, something like that that people actually. I want them to use it.
Okay. There you go. Okay. So yeah, you've got your big letters, numbers, small letters. Okay. It's probably best you do it anyway, because I wouldn't be able to.
I can help you with that. We can do like this, Molle. This is
fucking backwards.
No, we can do like this. I'm gonna help you.
Yeah, use this one here. You can use whatever.
This is cheating. After you've done it a while, you don't need it. But this is more. Let's say you're gonna stamp it to a bounce field like that.
Yeah.
You can put it like that. And then it's easier to, because it's hard. Because it's hard to make it straight. Okej. Det här ska bli jättekul.
Hur fan gör man det här? Den är bak.
Ja, precis.
Ska jag börja här eller?
Får se. Det här är K.
Bak.
Så, då gör du så. Så känner du att om du drar så och sen drar så precis när du börjar ta emot.
Ja.
Där då. Så det är viktigt att det här blir rakt nu.
Okej. Och ett jävla slag.
Ja, slå hårt.
Jag ska akta mina händer.
Förhoppningsvis så hittar du vart det är någonstans.
Hålvanan är sådär. Fan.
Den här wedgen kommer att bli klar när den har gått ut. Då har det kommit en MG4.
Fan vad kul att jag fick jobb här. pizza.
Yeah. So it's basically, that's it, the build process. It's pretty quick, it takes
Yeah.
5 minutes. It's just waiting for the glue to dry. So we put it on this heated rail. So we just,
Ferrell.
yeah.
Ferrell William.
Good. And last thing is the loft and the lie. This is probably,
What is standard lie? You use 64?
yeah, 64 would be standard. I mean, not that we don't really have a standard. I mean, I've asked Morgan, so Eric, so many times this week, how many, what's standard retail? Because we just don't, everyone has their own spec, and that's their standard, but, so yeah, we quite often don't really work off a standard, but yeah, I know retail standard would always be 64, so that's what we would kind of base it off, and then, you know, go down from there. Good. Perfect.
Super wedge. There you go. There you go, one lucky winner. Now we have it finished. Tour built. We're gonna have a contest where one lucky winner will win this.
Yes.
Handmade from the tour.
It's not the prettiest one that's ever come off the tour truck, but it is handmade by you.
Maybe the prettiest today, but probably the first one and only one maybe.
Yeah, but it's 9 AM, so.
Okay, well, thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank
a
you.
lot.
It's great to meet you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you,
by.
thank you.
No
We
problem.
will be back. If you're not locking the door when we...
Är ni här och filmar slager?
Ja, vi filmar slag. Men vi missade ditt slag. Var det bra slag eller?
Jag vet inte vad ni tycker.
Den
Är du uppe på green i alla
På
fall?
tårtan direkt. Men var det klubban eller var det du?
Det var nog klubban. Absolut inte jag.
Oj, snyggt. Skönt att någon är stommen i laget.